Hi, I'm Suzanne McLean, Senior Director with Lemongrass Spa, and I'm going to talk to you today about goal setting. So, goals are super important. Let's talk about why you should set goals, because you're not going to know when you have gotten where you want to go unless you've set a goal. It would be like driving around in your car. You're going to get somewhere, but is it going to be where you want to be? So you may have heard of SMART goals. That's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more of how are you going to come up with a goal for your PV. Now you could repeat this process for recruiting, you can repeat this process for team volume, and you can repeat it for organizational volume. But we're going to work with your personal volume, your PV. And we're going to come up with good, better, and best goals. And that's actually how Jumpstart works. $300 is good, $500 is better, and $1,000 more is the best. And it's how the Olympics are set up. It's how the trip incentive period is set up, bronze, silver, gold. So good, better, best is the alignment. So we're going to use that mentality. Some people call them stretch goals, and they should be making you uncomfortable, because uncomfortable means that you are growing. I did this last year coming home from conference back in July, and it's really, really worked for me. So I wanted to share. I did look at my previous fiscal year, and then I looked at how much more I wanted to do. And I calculated my percentages to come up with a 16% increase over LY. That made me really super uncomfortable. So I made that my best. Then I broke it down into a 6% would be good, a 10% would be even better. And that was my good, better, best goals. I've been working with some teammates on this, and so I wanted to share this process. And this process can work for anyone coming out of Jumpstart or a seasoned director. Now, there's a lot of math to it. So grab a pen, grab a paper, and we're actually going to work through your numbers. A calculator would be helpful. You can pause the recording. You can rewind it. You can listen to it again if you need to, and we're going to actually work through these together. I want you to write down on your paper, take that paper, I want you to write down on your paper, good, better, best, going down the paper. And at the time of this recording, we have had about 7 months into our fiscal year. So I want you to run a report that is July 1st of last year to January 31st of this year. So that's going to give you your 7 months. That's going to give you your PV total. Now you're going to take that total and you're going to divide by 7. That's going to give you what you are averaging the past 7 months. I call it what you're pacing, and I want you to write that down next to your good, next to good on your paper. Write that number down. Now multiply it by 12. That's what you would end up at the fiscal year for your volume if you continue to pace at the point that you have been since last summer. So now this is where the decision comes in. Are you satisfied with where you will finish the year? Is this really the best you can do, or could you do better? So we're going to push you. You're going to push yourself because it's going to be your own goal. Remember that monthly average. Could you do $50 more a month? Could you do 100? What could you stretch to? Could it be $300 more? What number really makes you uncomfortable, but it still seems that you could do it? Take that number that you just decided you're going to do more of and add it to your good goal that you wrote down, the average that you got when we divided by 7. Add that number plus how much more you think you could do per month. Write it down. You're going to write this one down next to better. Then multiply by 12 and see where you would end up if you just did just a little bit better. Now, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what we're going to do. We're going to push you even more. Okay? We're going to push you out of your comfort zone and what makes you super uncomfortable. What makes your heart race a little bit? What makes your head pound? What makes your stomach hurt? Is it $400, $500, $700, $1,000? Okay? Add that number. Make sure it's still attainable. Add that number to your good goal, the very first one. Add that number to your good goal and write it down next to best. Multiply by 12, and that's where you would end up for the fiscal year if you did your best. Now, good, better, best goals are wonderful, but we also need to attach actionable steps so that you can reach these goals. You're going to need to figure out 2. I like you to start with 2. 2 actionable steps that can help you reach your goals. Will it be sending more texts? Will it be posting more stories? Will it be posting more, going live more, sending emails, doing more one-on-ones, doing more parties? That's up to you, because everybody's got a different style, and how you're going to reach your goal is a personal thing, just like your goal is. So now you need to chart it, track it, write it down. I want you to take a piece of paper and write down February. Then write good in one column, better in one column, best in one column, so that you know exactly what you're shooting for. When February ends, add another column and put down actual. What did you actually do? And where did you land? Did you hit your good goal? Did you hit your better goal? Did you hit your best? Did you go surplus over, so that you can keep knowing how you're doing, keep tracking how you're doing? How are you pacing? Now remember, set the goal, take the steps, and then track it. And I hope that you enjoyed this training on goal setting and that it is helpful for you.